actually, that was huge to be able to see how much battery life you had left. We kept going back and forth like, hey, what's your battery at now? You know,
there was a little battery anxiety at first. It never really ended up being a problem. But when you first start riding these things and you realize and you feel how heavy they are, the last thing you want is to run out of battery and have to get back to the car.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know, like that would have ruined the whole day. If I had to do one climb with no motor on that thing, that would have ruined the entire experience. So,
yes, it would. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And by the way, the battery life on these things is supposedly, I can't believe I'd said that word correctly, but supposedly 5 hours. Now we didn't even like come close to that. Oh, was it? How do you say that word?
Supposedly? There's no B in supposedly. Supposedly.
Supposedly. Thank you. This
I didn't
bike
know
is
that was a
supposed to
problem word
last.
for you.
It's always, you know what? I stay away from that word. I went for it today, failed. Yeah, total fail. Supposedly, the battery is supposed to last 5 hours. We didn't even come close to draining this thing. So I don't know if that's actually true. I did notice that if you're willing to put in a little bit of pedaling, you can get that eco mode to last quite a long time, which, you know, was really surprising and awesome.
I mean, you have the bike, which is the suspension and the wheels, and then you have the motor, and then you have the software. And I don't know how many different variations of these there are. It seems like there's quite a bit of variation and difference in the screen and the size of the motor and the power of the motor, and you can get lighter weight ones. So there's a whole range of different things that we definitely would like to hear some feedback. Right, listeners, let us know. Do you have an e-bike? Do you want an e-bike? What do you think about e-bikes? Which e-bike do you have? Which e-bike are you looking at? What type of e-bike would you get? I feel like, and Sage, after our experience on the Turbo Levo, which is it's an enduro trail bike.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good explanation.
It's right on the cusp of enduro and trail. But I think I would stick with the heavier bike, the stronger motor, and the more suspension. It was really fun to be able to put it in trail mode or to put it in turbo mode and just zip up things. I don't want a 130 travel e-bike. I want something that can do everything. If I'm going to put a motor in it, I want it to be able to do everything. I want it to be able to do the big jumps, the big slabs, go anywhere. But what do you think? Would you go with the lighter, less capable bike or more travel?
Yeah, I would. There's actually a third option, and that is lighter engine, smaller. It's actually the same engine. It's the lighter, smaller battery.
Motor.
Yes. Motor. I'm sorry, motor. Yes, smaller. It's the same size motor, smaller battery, but same geo. I don't think that I was even close to maxing out that battery life on any of the days that we rode it. So, I think Specialized has the SL version, the super light. That's probably the version that I would get because I do want to use the e-bike for jumping and working on my downhills. I'm not interested in doing cross-country rides on it. I just didn't need all that battery power. We finished every day. I had 50+% battery life on it. But you and I are pretty fit people, so we're comfortable putting in the pedal strokes.
We used a lot of eco mode. And I was kind of tired after each day. If I had been in trail mode, I wouldn't have been tired at all. And it probably turns out I could have been in trail mode. I mean, you're using some body English to move the bikes around. You especially were really tired by day 5.
I bumped.
So was it just being out riding? Was it moving the heavier bike around? Did you not realize? Because it's a different type of fatigue.